What's up guys, and welcome to the FIFA 19 Pro Clubs video. Today on this video, we're going to be showing you guys the best camera settings to use for each position on FIFA 19 Pro Clubs. But before we do so, I want to say thank you guys so much for all the support on the channel. We have finally reached 10k subs, so thank you guys so much for that on the channel. As always guys, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, subscribe for more Pro Clubs content in the future. And if you guys want to stay up to date with all our social media, make sure you guys check out our Twitter on the description as well as our Twitch. If you guys want to stay to our updated to our daily information and daily stuff, make sure you guys check out Twitter. I put everything related to the channel and everything related to the live stream over on Twitter. And of course guys, don't forget, if you do want to watch live gameplay of us playing, you guys can check out Twitch for all of that for you guys. But thank you guys so much for all the massive support on the channel. I really appreciate you guys, all the support and all the love you guys have shown us on the channel, so thank you guys so much for that. But let's jump in right into this video. As you guys can see here on the screen, I am in the camera settings, but of course I am doing this in kickoff, so keep that in mind. I'm going to try to keep this video short, so I'm going to try to take a screenshot and show you guys, but at the same time what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys in game a slight like 5 seconds of what the camera looks like, so you guys have an idea. So first things first, we're going to do position. So how we're going to do, we're going to categorize each of the positions. So we're going to do forward, midfield, defense, and goalkeeper. The first thing we're going to do to make it easier, we're going to do goalkeeper. Goalkeeper is the position that most people use the same camera for, so it makes it a lot easier. And also I'll put the camera in the description for each of these so you guys have an idea. And also I'll give you guys the best camera, and I'll give you guys one of the other camera you could use if you do not like that first camera I give you, just to kind of help you guys a little bit. If you guys have any question for this, make sure you guys leave that in the comment section below. I'll answer that for you guys. But let's jump in and right into this. First position we're gonna do is gonna be goalkeeper. Now of course guys, goalkeeper, in because I'm doing it in kickoff, I have to do it in locked player camera, so when I switch to goalkeeper it shows like that. But if you aren't in pro clubs, you would suggest that you would select that as pro to be your camera. Now pro, of course the pro camera is, of course, if you play goalkeeper, you know what it looks like. This is pretty much on the screen. This is what pro view camera looks like in pro clubs as a goalkeeper. Very easy. You can see kind of everything, and it's the easiest camera to use to save shots. Now of course 99% of goalkeepers use this camera, but I'm gonna show you guys another camera you could use that a lot of goalkeeper has suggested as well. Not a lot, but a few goalkeepers have suggested, and some of the best ones have suggested it. I've seen goalkeeper that play with pro camera, and it's a lot easier because you can see everything. But at the same time, I also seen goalkeeper that play classic. Now the reason why they play classic, this is what classic looks like. Now the reason why they play classic is because, one, they can actually see what the ball is going if someone was to cross the ball to the other side. Now crosses looks a bit different, look a bit weird as a goalkeeper in the pro view camera. So if you are in the classic view, you can see it a little bit better. It's kind of like playing with tele or co-op, because you're just, you can watch the game and at the same time you can actually save shots. Now this camera is for highly skilled goalkeeper because of the fact that you might not be able to see where the shot's going because you're looking for above instead of from behind the goal. So it's a bit more for those goalkeepers that know what they're doing and they have practiced this camera before. So I highly suggest you not use this camera if you're not used to it. But if you are used to it, then go for it and use it. But I highly suggest you guys keep playing with pro view camera. But if you're a highly skilled goalkeeper that have played goalkeeper for so long and are trained to play with the classic view camera, then go ahead and use that as your camera setting. The next position we're gonna do defense. Defense consists of left back, right back, and then CBs. Now for that position, especially for defense, the best camera you could use, in my opinion, it is co-op. And then go to camera setting, put it custom, 20 height and 0 zoom. Now what this will do is it will make it a lot easier for you guys to kind of see the whole pitch. And the reason why I give you guys co-op for defense is because as a left back, right back especially, you can actually switch the play and you can actually see everything. If you play with the tele camera, you can't really see much. If you play with the tele broadcast camera, you really can't see much either. But with the co-op, you can pretty much see everything. So if you do need to do a square pass all the way to your striker that's making a run behind the defense, then you're able to see that. At the same time, if you need to switch play, you can see that. Same thing with the defense. If you pretty much tackle someone and right away you want to get on a fast break and counter, then you can probably kind of do that and pass it to your midfield right away and do that. This is the best camera you can use, in my opinion, for a defender. Now other defenders also play with pro view camera. I highly suggest you guys not do that. I know a lot of players, a couple of players that are on the leaderboard that play Pro View Camera on this, but Pro View Camera can actually mess you up really bad, especially if you're playing a very skilled team or a very skilled player. They can actually beat you because the camera actually moves pretty fast, so it's a bit weird. So stick to co-op. The second camera I will give you guys for defense is gonna be telebroadcast, because telebroadcast looks a bit different, and you guys can kind of see what it looks like on the screen here. It kind of helps you. It's not as it's not as co-op, but it's a little bit, it's kind of a mixture of the both, and it kind of helps you as well. But if you're not comfortable with co-op, try telebroadcast, and you guys will see a difference in your game. So that's pretty much what I suggest you stick to co-op. If you do not, if you don't feel comfortable with co-op, switch to telebroadcast and use custom camera settings, and then go 20 height and 0 zoom always. Now, next position is going to be midfield. Midfield consists of CDM, CM, left mid, right mid, and also cam. Now, for this position, it's a bit different, so I'm going to give you guys a couple for each of the actual specific positions. So I highly suggest, if you play CDM, I would highly suggest you play co-op, because of the fact that it's kind of the same thing as defense. You can see everything, especially CDM. You can see everything, and you can kind of pass the ball wherever you want. CDM is the most crucial position in the game, obviously one of the most important positions in the game. So playing co-op, you can kind of distribute the ball wherever you want with co-op. If you're not comfortable with co-op, I would suggest you use, again, telebroadcast for this opinion for CDM. Now, for just a CM or left mid, right mid, I highly suggest you guys stick to that telebroadcast. For CDM, I would highly suggest you to try out co-op first, and if you don't like it, then go to telebroadcast. But for a CM and a left mid, right mid, I would highly suggest you try telebroadcast, and then go to co-op if you don't like it, if you think it's too close. But those two cameras are usually what you would use for midfielders. It depends on which one you play. But for a cam, I highly suggest you try co-op for a cam. Now, the reason why I say this is because you can actually see a lot of the pitch better, and you can actually pass the ball a lot. You can pass the ball better with this camera. It makes it easier for you to see everything. It makes it easier for you to kind of put passes together, and you can see the runs from a striker, and you can see people making runs, overlapping, and all of that for a cam. Makes it easier. If you're not comfortable with that one, I highly suggest, instead of playing telebroadcast, actually play tele. The reason why I say this is tele actually for a cam is very effective as well. Just, you might not be able to see the whole pitch, but you actually will be able to kind of see close to you. You will be able to see the strikers making the runs, all of that. So if you're more of a cam that will try to dribble and do those little passes, then go with tele. If you're a cam that's gonna try to bring in everybody into play, then go with co-op. For forward positions are left forward, right forward, left striker, right striker, ST as center forward, and then left wing, right wing. For forward, I highly suggest you guys stick to the tele custom 20 height and 0 zoom. And the reason for this is I play forward honestly myself, and I have tried all different cameras. Tele looks very, very good. It's the camera that I've always been using, and this is the specific camera settings I use. Tele custom 20 and 0 is what I use, and I have been using for pretty much a long time. Last year I used to use 19 on this camera settings, and then use 3, which was also good, but I think just maxing it, taking all the zoom out and putting all the height on it looks even better this year, and it's very effective for forward. Now, if you're not comfortable playing with tele because it's a bit close to close view, you can go ahead and play telebroadcast. Telebroadcast is one of those cameras that you can always play, and you will feel comfortable with this year especially, because it looks good for forward and the midfield. It looks very good, and so you can do that. But for me, in my opinion, the best camera to use as a striker, the first one you would try is give tele a try. 20 height, 0 zoom. That is what my camera setting is for a forward. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, if you did, make sure you guys leave us a thumbs up. And as always, guys, don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel for more Pro Clubs content in the future. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will catch you guys in a new video later. Peace.